Lagar and his group ran up to the fireplace as soon as they got to Unrest. They aggroed many mobs along the way, but were the first to get there. Some people arrived at camp shortly after them. Would there be a fight for it? Never minding the other group that was assembling, Lagar and his friends kept killing the mobs, one by one. If the other group wanted a fight, they would get it. Skeleton after skeleton fell to Lagar's fists, and the other people seemed to give up the camp. So Lagar started pulling. He would clear room after room in search for Garanel Ruxif, the traitorous murderer. He was so eager to find that dwarf and end his reign of terror that he pulled the whole bar room at once. He tried going up to avoid putting his group in danger, then remembered there were some more mobs upstairs. He tried to feign death, but he was not skilled enough yet. The death was inevitable. Morbius got Lagar's corpse and Aramis quickly resurrected him. He was back to fight again. To be truthful, he was a little worried he would become an undead, but he was alive and well. They fought what once was a noble person. Even as a zombie, it had a pompous aura and posture that was undeniable. The name above its head was also revealing. At Unrest, it was pretty easy to get rooted. So there was countless times when Lagar was not pulling the mob to the group, but instead pulling the group to the mob. The whole of Unrest needed to be cleared, so Lagar kept on pulling. He found a strange gnome behind one of the doors, but decided to leave him be. He appeared stronger than he looked, and they were there to kill undead, another living. Trying not to repeat the bar fiasco, Lagar asked for Gulliver's help soothing the mobs on his way to the balcony of the manor. It worked wonders. The root got Lagar again, but once it wore off, he could pull only 2 mobs instead of 3. Not that it mattered that much, since his next pull was 4 mobs. I guess he was counting on Vecna's skill to keep the mobs masked. It also worked wonders. Lagar could finally get to the balcony. It was good to feel the fresh air on his face for some time after the moldy and decaying odors of the inside. Back at the bar, more nobles and ghouls were headed for salvation. Lagar even managed to find a reclusive gold magus and a reanimated hand hanging around. At the top of the tower, an undead knight met his destiny. And even the famous barkeep of the manor showed up, but there were no signs of Garanel Ruxif. Lagar learned there was a secret passage to the basement behind a bookshelf on the ground floor. That was the only place in the Estate of Unrest that the group hadn't been yet. The enemies were stronger. That was a sign that Garanel Ruxif was closer. After carefully making their way down, the group set up camp in front of a strange red pool. Vecna helped Lagar with the initial pulls and the famous Hag of Unrest was pulled along. The basement was full of terrors, literally tentacle terrors. The air down there was so thick and humid that in the corner of his eye, Lagar saw a fungus humanoid come alive. The monk was confident and started pulling by himself. They found some more hags and everything seemed to be going well. On one of his descents, though, he was ambushed by the summoning of a dark terror and the root of a festering hag. All hope was gone. Lagar thought he would never see the light again. But he did not give up. The trick was to throw his stone and quickly run out of sight. Better yet was to throw some summoned daggers and get out of sight even before it hit the mob he was pulling. But he only had his infinite stones at this time, and stones, for some reason, require a closer range. So Lagar had to find a suitable spot to hit and run. This gruesome room was filled with skeletons and werebats and ghouls, all standing in a circle, with some kind of ritual altar at the center. Lagar was eager to get out of there, but he would not leave before ending the curse of the manor. Some more fungus guys were hiding below the floor to the sides of the red pool. Lagar got stuck in the ladder, and thank Khazig-Thu he could use a /rewind command to free himself of spending eternity with the fungus in that enclosed pit. On one of the runs, Lagar finally saw him, the ghost of Garanel Ruxif. It was time for the final battle. He would free the souls of the damned and end the curse upon the manor, or he would die trying. He would rather not to, but that's what heroes say to impress. After some time, they did it. They vanquished the ghost of the dwarf assassin and conquered the Estate of Unrest. There was nothing more to be done here. The group could leave the manor grounds proudly. But that would not be the only time they would be descending to a dreadful place. Their next stop would lead them to the ruins of an old civilization ravaged by the undead as well. They would soon be delving deep into the old ruins of good. Like and subscribe to keep following the journey of Lagar and his friends. Share with your friends as well. Thank you for watching, and until next time.